how's it going? Today I'm out on a beautiful foggy morning with one of my mates, Gavin, who also has a YouTube channel. Definitely check him out. It's all DIY and camping and all that kind of stuff. And today I brought him out on the water and we've chucked a few cray nets in and we're going to do a bit of crayfishing, but I'll have a say hello to Gavin.
G'day, how you going?
Yeah, so we've put our nets in and we're just about to start trialling to wait to check our pots for the first time. And until then, we'll get to it and see if we can't catch a fish or see if we can't catch some crayfish as well. So let's do it. Yeah.
I don't know, we'll find out. Should be.
So rightio, we've given the nets a good 40 to 50 minute soak, and now we're just about to go along to check our very first one that we put into the water, and then we'll go through to the last one and we'll be able to see if we got any crays. So fingers crossed we've got them in the right spot, otherwise it might be plan B. Yeah, so if you pass us the float, I'll wind it up for you. And then if you know it's got nothing in it, you can just tweak it back in. Unless you want to take the decision. Got the first cray.
Well, it's a little. I'll have a play.
So, first drop of all the pots. We've come up to pot number 2, and we have a nice little spiny crayfish. One for the future anyway. He's very small.
I'll just let him go.
That's a better one.
Look at this fella. Now we're talking. That's a bit better.
Pot number 2 of 3 actually, and it'll be borderline legal, this one. It might be the old legal 9 centimetres.
This fella.
There's a 10 centimetre one. Oh, I suppose not on the net, so that one in the net, you can't get a real one.
Shy about 2 centimetres.
So about 7 centimetre carrot piece, that one.
See the spines, so that when you, if you had your a little bit, you've got a spine shooting forward, and they've also got spines coming back here, so they pin your finger in there.
Right, yeah, no eggs on that one, so possibly could be a male.
As you can see, these little spines are a little bit sharp, drawing blood.
First blood for the day.
Yeah, let's hope we don't get any blood from one of these things. Rightio, and we'll let him go.
Nice. Never put cray pots in there. Oh, we got another one. Another nice little baby Murray Cray. I don't know how to size them for years, but they'll be a few years old. There you goes.
Goodly.
Good work, yeah. Yeah, so the first check of the nets, we got 3 out of our 8 nets that we've got out. One was close to being legal, but the other 2 were a little from kindergarten, basically, of the cray school. And then yeah, we've just put them back out and we'll give them a soak again, and then we'll come back and check them. Hey, that's a nice one.
Look at this fella.
I don't know if he's going to be big enough, but still a nice one. That's definitely getting up close to the legal size. Might be a little bit shy. Doesn't look like it's got any eggs. No eggs. So if it is illegal, we just don't know. We'll get the measure out. Cruise out a little bit. Not the wind. Always hanging on to the net, Gav. We might as well measure him.
Oh yeah.
That'll keep
Keep him busy.
keep him busy while you.
So the measurement is from the back of the eye socket.
Yeah, he's still short.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the big one. Turn him around. That was the 12 centimetre one.
So back of the eye socket. So there. Yeah. Oh look. Yeah, he is. We call that good or not?
Let's go in there. So that.
Yeah, so we got him.
He's good. He would be a keeper to take home and boil up, but today we're not keeping any. We just come out to do a bit of footage on putting the pots in.
So having a bit of a play.
Unless you want to take some home.
Nah, let's let them go.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it either.
They deserve to live.
Have you ever used the old cat food before?
No.
It's a good bait. But he or she is a beauty.
You look at the size of these fellas. Like, you'd get a nice grip on my finger, wouldn't he?
Yeah, and they're not flat inside the claws either. There's lots of nice serrations in there to get deep into the finger.
But you can see up close how sharp all these spines are.
Yeah, they're not dull either.
So when you're picking them up, you've got all these. You've got these pointy ones at the back.
And as you can see by Gav's finger, he's bleeding again.
Yeah, they're sharp. Put my head down here. Be bleeding if he got hold of me.
Yeah, a nice legal cray. I think this is the second pot, and it had something in it last time too.
Yes.
So we've got a good patch of it, that one.
So very nice.
There he goes. Ah, little baby. There we go, last trap pulls up a nice little baby. They just love to hold on to the net with all their feet. So it's just not just their feet, their spines get caught up in the net. You can get in a real mess, really. Just put your finger in that one. You won't let go.
Yeah, we got on that one.
Yeah, I'd hate to have one on my finger.
I'd have one. These just look like they're stronger than the yabbies.
Oh well, at least we're getting a few. Not heap, we're getting a few. Usually if you hang him upside down, so if you tilt the net and just hang him upside down sort of thing. And let go because of the gravity.
It's going to climb up. See how sharp these fellas are, but if you watch my finger on here, you can actually see it
Gripping in, yeah.
Yeah, just like a sharp needle. And a bit of blood there on that one.
Nice.
Look at that.
They got some good armour on them anyway. Whether that helps them a whole bunch, must do.
Well, the fish suck them down in one swoop, don't they? Rightio, let the little fella go.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how this spot goes. I've never tried it before.
Monster.
Hey!
Oh, look at that!
Got the berries and everything.
That is huge.
Yeah, big female, that one's got berries. Rightio, new spot, first pot, and we have a rather large female, which we're going to put back of course, but yeah, we'll just give you a look at the old girl. And when they mentioned berries about crays, you'll be able to see that they mean the eggs that are underneath the tail. So once we get her out, hopefully unscathed there, Gav.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a decent sized one, she is. That's the ones that you usually always catch, and when they're that big, 9 times out of 10.
That is insane.
End up being big females. Yeah, so a nice big female, and yeah, we'll definitely let her go. She fell to the lamb heart. Took a liking to it anyway. Yeah, definitely a good size.
Oh, got a hold of the food still.
Well, there you go. That's pretty much what would happen to your finger if she got onto it.
Got some strength too.
And when they're that big, that's why I pick them up by the claws. Not as many things.
That is just insane. Even the other legs. Look at the claws on the other legs.
I've looked down. There's all the eggs. So that's going to be the next generation of spiny crays for people to catch. But yeah, she's a beautifully massive female. And my guess is that one's a 12+ centimetre. So that's the 12 centimetre one.
Yeah, so we've got 14,
maybe even 15 centimetres.
And we're not going to measure the length.
Because yeah, don't want to disturb the eggs too much.
That'll be nice.
Playing with fire there.
That is cool. And the spikes on them.
Awesome.
That is a creepy beast. Look at it.
I'll definitely do some damage to your fingers.
This thing is in the bottom of here where we swim. Come here.
Tell you what, you'd know it if you found that on your toe when you're swimming around, eh? Lucky we don't swim in wintertime.
That's insane. Got some spikes. Oh dear, we better let her go.
Do her thing so she can lay her eggs and populate the next generation of Murray Cray. Yeah, good size.
God.
So yeah, we roughly estimated it around, probably with the crayfish measure, 14 to 15 centimetre. Just makes you think, what else is out there? What's the biggest one out there? Here she goes. I got triplets.
3.
All under. Triplets.
Very nice. You can hear the hissing.
There we go, we've just pulled up our second net in the new location and we've got triplets. All under, but still some nice crays. Look at that. Nice little pigeon pair basically, and one just that little bit bigger, all probably around the 6 centimetre mark by the measurement, maybe a little bit under, I don't know. But yeah, these two aren't happy.
Flip them out.
Just sort of reverse the boat. Get us back out away from the reeds a little.
Nice and gentle. Not the friendliest, he's grabbing hold of this fella. So anyway, we'll let these fellas go.
Yeah, got to be happy with a triplet affair. Nice.
Beautiful animal there. So we call them an animal? They're an animal? They're all animals, I think.
Well, they're an animal, but an invertebrate. If you want to get technical, I suppose. With the skeleton on the outside.
He's got the bigger claws by a mile, hasn't he? He is a lot bigger body.
Yeah.
There's a lot of truss going on here, otherwise I end up with one of these. Oh yeah. Latched onto my ear.
Do you want your ear pierced?
Yeah.
Be a good way to do it. Oh, no, sorry.
Ah, snazzy.
Oh, one little one.
That's our tin of cat food. There we go.
No, nav light's not going to stop him. Well, I think you got yourself in a pickle, mate. You're not getting through that gap.
Come on, pull.
Oh, prove me wrong.
He's done.
And off he goes. Usually mainly used is the tin and the hearts. Hearts always stay together really well. Where your liver gets, you know, they can get rid of that really easy. That's why I got them cages, but oh, well, that might be the smallest.
That'll be our smallest today.
Bit of a yabby, that one. It's always a bit of a kerfuffle when they get them. Sort of. Hanging upside down over the water usually works. Unless he's too tangled. Ones like that usually get through the net before you get them up.
Hang on the other way. There we go. And
Yeah. Sort of the further we've got up, the less we've come across. There's one little one in there. Oh, he's a bit bigger than the last one at least. Tails hooked, I think.
so cool. What an animal.
Oh yeah, for a fourth drop of nets, coming back to check them. And it's not illegal, but very close. It's still a nice size one, that's for sure. Yeah, no eggs. We've only had one with eggs so far. But yeah, very nice cray.
There he goes over there.
He's over here, yeah. I don't know if that camera will pick it up, but... How's it going? We're out today with mate Gav, who's behind the camera at the moment, and we're just doing a little bit of crayfishing today with your hoop nets. And I just thought it'd be a good time after we're just about to change spots, after getting a few crays out of one spot, just to show you the net setup that I prefer. So obviously it's just your standard hoop net as you can buy for crayfishing. In the bottom I like to put a little plastic cage. You can get them from fishing shops or Kmart, Big W and all them places. And if you're using liver, especially because the crays will break it up easy, and if there's something to protect it, then it will last a lot longer. Another bait that I like to use is the old cat food, like the home brand or whatever the cheapest one is you can find. I can't remember how much these cost, but they used to be like 90 cents. And all you do is just pierce some holes in them. I usually just use an old blunt knife and just change the size of the hole so it lasts all day. And then at the top, pierce a hole big enough for a cable tie, and just cable tie that to the bottom of your net, and that usually lasts you all day. One important thing is though, when you're finished for craying for the day, just don't cut the cable tie and hoik it over the side. Yeah, do the right thing and put the can in some rubbish and take it home with you, or put it in a bin provided a boat ramp or somewhere a reserve, because yeah, you don't want to be chucking litter in the water. And the top of my nets, obviously you get a standard bit of rope that comes with it. I like to add obviously enough rope on top of the rope to join it with to get me at least to 10 meters, because you know, you never know, you might be fishing 3 meters, you might be fishing up to 10 meters or anywhere in that sort of margin. But the way that I do my float is I just get a pool noodle and I cut them into lengths, and I just cut a U shape out of them and then wrap my rope around there. And obviously I write me my name and all the details that is needed by the fisheries to have on your nets. And the idea behind the pool noodle is when you throw this net out and it's sinking, it automatically unravels itself, so you don't have to do any of the hard work and have rope going everywhere. It just unrolls yourself. So what I'll do just beside the boat is give you a demonstration of how this works. So you've got your net and you're going along, you found your spot where you want it. You just drop your net out, have your rope all coiled into it, and then it's just chucking it all out at once. And then that's all you have to do. It does all the rest of the work for you. It will unravel itself all the way till it hits the bottom. And all we have to do now is just wait until it hits the bottom. And there we go, now it's stopped and it's hit the bottom. Now the thing is, with this style, it is really good for slack water. If you are fishing in fast current, like when we use these in the Murrumbidgee where you've got more current to deal with, let it hit the bottom, but hang around and then just do a half, once it's hit the bottom, just do a couple of rolls off after that and do a half hitch, and then put the half hitch onto your float, because with the fast current, and that's how it's set up, it will just keep on unraveling itself because of the current will pull the rope off the float until all the rope's gone. So yeah, in fast current that is still a good setup to use, but yeah, just a half hitch after you've got your depth and then you don't have to worry about it. But other than that, using it in still or you know, slow current situations, it's fantastic, because all you do is just you chuck it out, and when it comes time to pick them up, I'll just reverse the boat over to it. Now when it comes time to picking it up, you give this part the float to your mate who's on the boat with you, or if you're by yourself you can just ravel it up as you go. But if you have a mate on board, you give him the float and he ravels it all up for you. So then by the time you get to the part where you can see if there's anything in the net, then if there's nothing and you still like your spot, you can drop that out, and that's already been raveled up by your mate, and then you just drop it back in, and then as you're driving off it will get back down to its depth, and there we have it. Yeah, so that's just my way of setting up your hoop nets for crayfishing, and I hope it gives you a few ideas, because you probably could improve on that. But yeah, that's just how I do it.